This is your Adventist News, a service of the South Bahamas Conference of Seventh-day Adventists. I'm Michelle Green. In this week's broadcast, Pathfinders are encouraged to be different, and Vacation Bible School 2025 comes to an end. These stories and more on this week's Adventist News. From August 4th to the 10th, 2025, over 130 campers from across the South Bahamas Conference gathered in the quiet settlement of Lower Bogue, Eleuthera for an inspiring week-long Pathfinder camporee themed Dare to be Different. Rooted in the story of Joseph, each day's devotion and evening worship focused on a new theme: dream, endure, stand, wait, rise, forgive, and victory, providing campers with spiritual insight and practical encouragement. The keynote speaker, Elder Earl Thomas, brought the biblical story each night with energetic and relatable messages that resonated deeply with both campers and visitors from local churches across the island. The camp offered a variety of enriching activities, including daily honor classes where Pathfinders could earn up to 18 honors during the week. A highlight was the midweek field trip to North Eleuthera's natural wonders, Glass Window Bridge, Sapphire Blue Hole, and Preacher's Cave, which added wonder and adventure to the experience. Sabbath was particularly meaningful, marked by the baptism of a young male Pathfinder and an evening march through the community in full uniform, serving as a public expression of faith and unity that left a lasting impression on residents. Youth Director Manasseh Sims, who attended the event, shared a heartfelt moment when a group of boys approached him requesting prayers for a sick Pathfinder. Sims shared, "They said, we can't do much, but we can pray." In that moment, they truly embodied what it means to have faith and dare to be different. Despite heavy rain throughout the week, the camp staff worked tirelessly to ensure everyone's safety and comfort, showing that faith, organization, and teamwork can withstand any storm. The camp concluded with hearts full, bonds strengthened, and a renewed commitment to live boldly for Christ. As summer 2025 comes to an end, churches in the South Bahamas Conference finished their week-long Vacation Bible School VBS programs for children to enjoy during their break. This year's VBS theme was Mountains of Miracles. God's love is rock solid, and it focused on teaching children about Jesus and God's love in a fun and engaging way. The VBS centered on the story of the biblical prophet Elijah, with each day highlighting different challenges he faced. The program also emphasized the unshakable nature of God's love through songs, stories, and interactive activities. A key part of the VBS experience is learning new songs. The children enjoyed singing these new tunes, including God Provides for You and Me and Solid Rock. To wrap up the program, some churches held graduation ceremonies for the children to showcase what they had learned. The Berea Church held its graduation service on July 26. One of the VBS students reflected on the VBS theme, God's love is rock solid.
I learned that God's rock is solid. What they mean by that is nothing will never happen to God. God will stay there just like a rock, and He will protect anyone. We went to the Adventure Learning Center. We got to learn about the solar system and all the different planets. We also got to go on the playground and do some obstacles.
Other churches opted to use their field day to conclude the VBS program. The New Providence Church planned a nature-themed activity for the children, who explored mangroves with environmentalists at Bonefish Pond. The children's participation, from singing to sharing stories, highlights the importance of community in spiritual growth. VBS provides a safe space for children to learn, play, and grow in their faith, supported by caring adults and their peers. The Pathfinder organization continues to focus on enriching programs for the youth in the conference and the nation. One of the most notable parts of the club is the band, which we are pleased to announce was relaunched with the first practice held on August 12th at the Bahamas Academy grounds. Assistant Youth Director Patrick Wilson shares more on the importance of the band and its impact on the community.
The South Bahamas Conference Pathfinder Band has been a pillar in our, not only here in our Seventh-day Adventist churches, but also in the Bahamas at large. And we've reached every aspect. They've seen the structure, they've seen our Pathfinders and Adventurers by extension as well, the impact that we have when we march through the streets, not only representing the Seventh-day Adventist Church, but most importantly, representing Christ.
The leaders are also reorganizing how the band can assist the members musically and academically.
The objective of that is basically to revision the Pathfinder Band for greater service and also to impact our young people. What we mean by that is this: not only just teaching them music, but also impacting the child holistically, especially to those who are in high school. A lot of times the band has been the catalyst for helping kids to hone on their skills musically, but also scholastically to prepare them to have scholarships, to also make audition tapes so that they can receive scholarships through the Pathfinder Band.
As the band continues to grow, interested individuals from ages 10 and up can look forward to joining and being a part of this spirit-filled organization.
Due to the fact that we have so many parades that are coming up, we're going to work with, first of all, our core band members, those who are in it already, before we stopped. Only those members at this time, but come January, we will have that time where we will take in our new beginners and those who would want to join the band. So please look out for your the registration form. It'll be in digital form as well as in hard copy.
We praise God for the work being done through the Pathfinder organization and its members. When we return, we'll have more on what's coming up in the South Bahamas Conference.
The Women's Ministries Department of the South Bahamas Conference takes a stand against violence in all its forms and joins the global movement to end it now. This year, instead of our usual march and rally, we're shifting our focus from protest to presence. In collaboration with the Department of Social Services, we will be visiting 11 elderly homes across New Providence and South Andros simultaneously, in line with this year's theme, Abuse and Care of the Elderly. Those in New Providence will be organized into zones to create individual programs to encourage and uplift the residents. The South Bahamas Conference Women's Ministries Department will also provide care packages for each resident, as well as for those on the Family Islands to be distributed by the local women's ministries leaders. Leaders are encouraged to adopt their assigned homes on a monthly or quarterly basis throughout the year, as we continue to work together to show love and care to our elderly.
Welcome back to our Adventist News and coming up in the South Bahamas Conference. The 2025 AY Bible Connection will be held at the Maranatha Church on August 16, 2025 at 5:30 p.m. Come out and support your church participant in this faith-building and Bible study initiative. Hillview Church will hold its annual Seniors Week from August 17 to the 23rd under the theme, Empowering Elderly Voices for an Inclusive Future. All are invited to come and celebrate life, faith, and fellowship planned by seniors and embraced by all. The End It Now Emphasis Day will be held globally on August 23, 2025. The focus will be held on raising awareness of the abuse of the elderly. The Women's Ministries Department will conduct various visits to elderly homes throughout New Providence and South Andros. Also, care packages will be shipped to the Family Islands for distribution. For additional information, contact your local church's women's ministry leader. The New Providence Church will celebrate Education Sabbath on August 30, 2025. On August 31st, the church will host a back-to-school drive with free haircuts and braiding. All are invited to attend. On September 28, 2025, Pathfinders around the world will celebrate the General Conference Adventist Youth Ministries Pathfinder Day under the theme Pathfinders on Purpose. Connect with your local church Pathfinder leader for more information on how you can be a part of this day. ASI Bahamas will embark on its African mission trip from October 15 to the 31st to Nigeria. Interested individuals who would like to travel can contact 556-0492 for more information. The Atlantic Caribbean Union will hold its second Pathfinder Camporee under the theme Strong Finish. The camp will be held on Grand Cayman, Cayman Islands from April 1st to 8, 2026, and will include the 4 territories of the Union along with other international campers. Contact your local Pathfinder Club director for registration and more information. The Children and Adolescent Ministries and Women's Ministries Department will hold a powerful and practical training session for all girls and young women ages 8 to 25. The training will be held under the theme Flowing with Confidence on Sunday, September 21st at the Philadelphia Church from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Registration is a must. Feel free to visit the South Bahamas Conference website at southbahamasconference.org to receive more information on all our upcoming conference events. There you can also view a rebroadcast of our Adventist News Update, along with other local programming from our cable channel, ATV 658, and read the weekly logos and the Adventist page from the Nassau Guardian.
Anxiety is a natural response to stress. It's the feeling of worry, fear, or unease. While occasional anxiety is normal, chronic anxiety can interfere with daily life and can point to conditions like generalized anxiety disorder or panic disorder. According to the National Institute of Mental Health, anxiety can be triggered by a mix of factors, including genetics, long-term stress, medical conditions such as thyroid issues or heart disease, and substance use. Self-care tools like practicing deep breathing to calm the nervous system, regular physical activity, even 10 minutes can help, limiting sugar, which can worsen symptoms, and talking to someone can help to manage your anxiety. If you know someone with anxiety, remember to be patient. Encourage them and avoid minimizing their feelings by saying, just relax. In addition, remember Philippians 4 verse 6. Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation by prayer and petition with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. This has been Parisha Ferguson with your health tip, courtesy of Adventist Television. And remember, God wants us to prosper and be in good health.
Let's go now to the Adventist News Network with our news feature from around the world.
The Inter-American region of the Seventh-day Adventist Church concluded its first 4-month evangelism campaign of 2025 with over 87,000 baptisms across its 25 regions, culminating in a grand celebration in Chiapas, Mexico.
Hundreds gathered at the Expo Convenciones in Tuxtla Gutierrez, Chiapas, for the end of the campaign themed Hope Inter-American, Heaven Awaits You. Church leaders and members were praised for their dedication to sharing the gospel in their communities. Eli Henry, president of the Adventist Church in Inter-America, described the celebration as a joyful event. He emphasized that the time has come to share the good news of salvation and the fulfillment of Christ's promises.
Because today, Saturday, we celebrate in Inter-America, where many are actively sharing the gospel. Many recognize that the time is now, the perfect moment that God has given us to announce the end of all things and to declare that He is coming back.
Well, that's it for our Adventist news from the South Bahamas Conference of Seventh-day Adventists. To share what is happening at your church, please email your news stories and upcoming events to sbcadventistnews@gmail.com. To view a rebroadcast of the Adventist news along with other programming and to keep in touch with what's happening at our conference, visit our website at southbahamasconference.org. The SBC Media Network's Facebook and Instagram pages are filled with lots of material from the Communications Department, so you would want to check those out. And remember to subscribe, like, follow, and share. You can watch and listen to programs from our radio station, Word SBC 88.3 FM, and our Adventist television channel, ATV 658. Get updates, insights, and first-hand information from the SBC Media Network as it happens. The programming from ATV 658 can also be viewed on the South Bahamas Conference YouTube channel, so feel free to watch a recap of our Adventist news. On behalf of our production team, it was our pleasure to bring you tonight's update. I'm Michelle Green for the SBC Media Network. Have a happy Sabbath.